Hello dears, good morning all. Welcome to biology class. So after a lengthy and complicated chapter, we are going to study a very simple chapter about our environment. In this chapter, we are going to study about living organisms. That means our environment and its components, ecosystem, then types of ecosystem, biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste, flow of energy in an ecosystem, then ozone depletion, etc. So very simple chapter we can study. So we know that living organisms and the physical surroundings forms the environment. In our earlier classes, we studied about the various aspects of natural resources, biosphere and ecosystem. As we know, a living organism cannot live by itself. Organisms always interact among themselves and also the organisms are interacting with the surroundings. So, all these organisms forms a part of our environment. Okay. All the components or constituents of environment are depending upon each other. They cannot live alone. Thus, they maintain a balance in nature. So, in our earlier classes, we studied about the components of environment. Okay, what are the two main components of environment? Biotic components and abiotic components. Biotic components means the living organisms. That's the plants, animals and microorganisms. Whereas the abiotic components constitute the soil, air, the water, etc. The physical surroundings and the climatic factors, that is the abiotic component of an environment or of an ecosystem. We know that the uncontrolled human activities changed a lot in the balance of our environment, that is drastically changed because of the uncontrolled human activities. So in this chapter we will study how these uncontrolled human activities are leading the environmental problems. So in the beginning of this chapter we can study about the ecosystem and its components. So we know that ecosystem constitute two components are there, biotic components and abiotic components. The interaction of this biotic components and abiotic components is very essential for the survival of species in an ecosystem. So how can we define an ecosystem? The ecosystem is defined as a structural and functional unit of biosphere in which the living organisms and non-living organisms are interacting among themselves through food chain. How? The living organisms and non-living organisms are interacting among themselves through food chain. So based on the nature of ecosystem, mainly there are two types of ecosystem. This natural ecosystem and artificial ecosystem. Natural ecosystem is the ecosystem that is operating in nature without any external this influence. It is operating naturally in our environment. That is a natural ecosystem. The other one, that is the artificial ecosystem. That is a man-made ecosystem. The natural ecosystem, that is again classified into two: terrestrial ecosystem and aquatic ecosystem. Terrestrial ecosystem, that is ecosystem on land, and the aquatic ecosystem means the water ecosystem or marine ecosystem. Okay, the terrestrial ecosystem examples, can you say the examples for this terrestrial ecosystem? Yes, we can say a number of examples: forest, desert, grassland, etc. All these are the examples for terrestrial ecosystem. Then what about the aquatic ecosystem? Marine ecosystem and freshwater ecosystem is there. Okay, marine is there. Marine is a seawater ecosystem. The other one is a freshwater ecosystem, which include this rivers, ponds, lakes, wells, etc. All these are the examples for freshwater ecosystem. Then what about the artificial ecosystems? Artificial ecosystem, aquarium is an example of artificial aquatic ecosystem. Then what about the orchards, apple orchards and other kind of fruit trees, garden orchards, etc. All these are the examples for terrestrial artificial ecosystem. This crop field is an example of terrestrial, the artificial ecosystem. Terrestrial one, artificial one. Crop field, and then other kind of this aquarium, etc. All these are the examples. Orchards, gardens, etc. All these are the examples for artificial ecosystem. Let's see what are the components of this ecosystem. Biotic and abiotic components are there. The biotic components which include the plants, animals and microorganisms. So we can say the biotic components are again classified into producers, consumers and decomposers. Producers means the green plants. They are the producers in nature and they can produce the food for all other levels of ecosystem, all other components of ecosystem. The second one is the consumers. Consumers are again classified into three. What are they? Herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. Okay, herbivores are directly consuming the plants. Carnivores are indirectly consuming the plants. Omnivores, they are doing the both. We studied about this. What is this? Herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. Okay, the last level, that is the decomposers. That is the microorganisms. They are also very essential in an ecosystem to maintain a balance. How the decomposers, what is the role of the decomposers? After the death and decay of all this plant matter and animal matter, the decomposers, they can convert this plant matter and animal matter into the nutrients and again mixing all the nutrients present in the bodies of these plants and animals into the soil. That is the role of decomposers. Okay, so these are the general details regarding the biotic components of an ecosystem. The abiotic components, these are the non-living components in an ecosystem. The abiotic components are of an ecosystem can be organic, inorganic or climatic. The organic components means the nutrients present in an ecosystem. That means the nutrients present in the dead bodies of plants and animals such as the carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, nucleic acids, etc. which may be there in the soil. Okay, this is the organic components of an ecosystem. The inorganic components which may be the mineral ions such as calcium ion, phosphorus, carbon, nitrogen, etc. All these are the inorganic substances or inorganic components. Then the third one is the climatic factors. Climatic factors which include the temperature, humidity, rainfall, light, etc. Okay, all these are the climatic factors of an ecosystem. So the remaining part of the chapter I will give on next class. Shall we stop here? Okay, thank you.